All right, now, at this time, I would like to take just a few minutes to reacquaint ourselves with some of the concepts I talked about in Episode 2 regarding theoretical physics. More specifically, the theories emerging out of the study of quantum mechanics, which is a branch of physics that deals with the fundamental essence of matter, what it is all made out of, and how it behaves at the subatomic levels. As I asserted in Episode 2, if I am going to proclaim that our minds and the mind of God, or the universe, have something profound in common, then there must be something in the scientific study of how the universe is constructed that parallels how our own minds are constructed. So just stay with me on this, because we are climbing the side of a huge philosophical mountain, and when we reach the top, we should be able to see God. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Now, one of the best and most immediate ways of visualizing the very core of quantum theory is through the analogy of the laser-based hologram. Quickly now. A hologram is created by exposing a photographic plate to laser light that has been reflected off of some objects and a mirror. The combined reflections produce a complex wavefront that is captured and stored in the photographic emulsion. To the naked eye, the exposed photographic plate appears as an unrecognizable pattern of swirls. However, when you shine another laser into the exposed plate, the wavefront is reconstructed to reveal a three-dimensional optical replication of the original objects. The laser explicates the objects from the correlated patterns of information. Now let's see what happens next. When you take an exposed holographic plate and break it into pieces, something very unusual occurs. If you shine a laser into the broken pieces of the plate, instead of revealing fractured portions of the image, each fragment displays the hologram in its entirety. The information regarding the construction of the whole image appears to be spread out in an interpenetrating fashion throughout the entire photographic emulsion. No matter how far you break it down, each minute fragment contains all of the information necessary for reconstructing all of the three-dimensional images. You see now, based on actual experiments performed on matter, many quantum theorists speculate that there is something in the construction of the laser hologram that parallels the construction of the universe. More specifically, they believe that the subatomic realm, or the very foundation of reality itself, exists in a state of seamless interpenetration similar to the hologram. That each and every object in the universe is constructed from waves or correlated patterns of energy and information that at the subatomic level is phase entangled, much like the information that underpins the three objects in the hologram. And more important than that, some theorists even believe that just as the three objects in the hologram require the presence of a subsequent laser to explicate them into reality from the holographic information, likewise the objects in the universe also require the presence of something to explicate them into reality from the subatomic information. And that something is consciousness. According to certain interpretations of quantum theory, without the presence of consciousness, more or less shining out and decoding the universe by means of taste, smell, hearing, touch, and sight, then there would be no separate appearing objects suspended within this spatial dimension. Just like what would happen to the objects in the hologram if you took away this laser, if you were to remove the direct sensory interplay of living consciousness from the universe, then everything we see out here would still exist, but it would exist as spread out waves of some kind of seamless informational substance that has no separation or reality as we understand reality to be. And realize now that this same situation ascribed to the outer reality of the universe also applies to the inner reality of our own minds. That's another one of the parallels here between us and God. According to certain neurophysiology theories, or the study of the brain and how it processes and stores memory, when we are not directing our consciousness or the eye of our mind on any of the vast array of mental objects within our minds, again, like removing this laser from the holographic plate, they also appear to exist in a condition similar to the objects in the hologram. These metaphorical illustrations themselves slightly misrepresent the truth by showing all of our imagery, ours and God's, as existing in a state of separation and objectivity, when in fact, when we are not observing it, our imagery exists in an informational format.